Meaningless representation. In comics, more so than any other fiction, we know that the creators that are put on the stories have more to do with the sales than any other franchise or storytelling mechanism. Comics, movies, films, you put it all together. Sometimes you have a hit show, a hit thing like Harry Potter. It didn't matter who was directing that, it was Harry Potter. Doesn't work like that in comic books. We actually know the names that you assign to the characters have to do with whether or not that comic book is going to sell. Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel is no different, and what Marvel Comics has been doing was meaningless representation. They'll tell you, look, we got this writer who's writing this comic book character. You know why? Because they match, and it's gotten us nowhere and it's useless. You know what it does when they get a writer who matches the background of the character? It means that there's going to be a scene where the character opens up the fridge and you see, hey, look, there's that food right over there that is common in that culture. That's what they can do. I could do that for anyone. Give me a Chinese character. I'll write a Chinese character. All I gotta do is Google foods from China, see what happens, and it'll be right there. That same comic book food that they mentioned will be there. That's all that happened in this Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit storyline. It was a five-part series talking about the multiverse, talking about Ms. Marvel's powers. Did you need to be actually from the country or have anything in common with Kamala Khan for that? No, you didn't. It's a weak exclusive excuse. It's empty. I see through it. It's transparent. And what did it result in? Let's look at the sales on Comic-Con. This here is the April 2022 sales estimates. We're gonna type Marvel. Let's scroll down from Amazing Spider-Man. We know that's gonna make its money. Devil's Reign down there. Wolverine is there. We know it's making its money. The Star Wars book is popular. We know that Punisher with Jason Aaron on it is gonna be doing well. The projected sales for that are high. She-Hulk. We have a What If. Interesting. A Black Panther. Where's Ms. Marvel? Still not there yet. The Black Widow's down there. Silk sells more than Ms. Marvel. Fantastic Four's got more sales than Ms. Marvel. The Silver Surfer Rebirth, Alien, Star Wars. Where is Ms. Marvel on this April 2022 sales chart? I cannot seem to find her in the top, in the middle. She's got to be down here in the bottom with Sabretooth and the Eternals. Is that what she's doing? Eternals numbers? No, worse. Where's Shang-Chi? The Thing? There she is. Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit. Issue number 5 of Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit came out April 27th, and it was the lowest selling April comic book. These don't count. These came out in March. These are not April comic books. The lowest selling Marvel comic book from April was Ms. Marvel Beyond the Limit with an unknown writer, with an unproven writer, with a writer who is new to comic books, and they put her in there. This method doesn't work. It doesn't result in sales. The actual comic book I read was a regular superhero story with absolutely no ethnic expertise added, and I'm not thankful that you matched the creator with the character at all. You know what I want instead? Donny Cates, Death of the Inhuman, Kamala Khan. Give me that. Give me Donny Cates on Kamala Khan, or don't give me Kamala Khan for no reason. I am not celebrating the diversity. I don't see how hiring somebody who's not a comic book writer to write comic books means anything. I see the sales estimates. Yes, they're just estimates, but they are the closest thing we have to real numbers. And from what that shows me, it was the lowest selling comic book. It's not working on fans who buy comic books. It's not working. What does work, fans who buy comic books? You know Marvel what works with fans who buy comic books. You say Jonathan Hickman is doing this special thing for Amazing Spider-Man. Just like you did, a couple of weeks ago when you're announcing the 60th anniversary of Amazing Spider-Man. That's what you started with. You started and you led with the creators who are going to be on here. You said Terry Dodson was doing Spider-Man, and we said, "Whoa, that's a great artist. We want him." Where's Terry Dodson on Kamala Khan? Can I get Alex Ross covers on Kamala Khan? Can I get meaningful representation? Because oh look, we matched this person with that thing. That doesn't. The sales speak for themselves. Meaningless representation. And I could have closed it there, but maybe I need to anger Marvel Comics. You're making those hateful, angry YouTubers right. They're correct when they say Ms. Marvel doesn't even sell. Couldn't say that before. Now that they can say it's the worst selling comic book in Marvel. That's what they're going to say now. Don't you want to prove them wrong, Marvel Comics? You know who they voted for in that last election? Those guys voted for the wrong team. Do something about it. You know what you need to do? Do what you did with Jason Aaron and the Punisher. Yeah. Take that top tier writer that you got called Jason Aaron and give him Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel. They'll hate that. You literally have to talk to these Marvel Comics people that way. They're fools. That's how I'm gonna speak to them. Marvel Comics. Ooh, you know what you gotta do? You gotta prove those guys wrong. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do the representation right. Show them. Hey Marvel, you didn't hear this from Chill, but you know what would really irk those guys? What would really grind their gears? What would sink their ships? Would throw them into an absolute tizzy? If at the next big Marvel Comics event, you featured Kamala Khan in a substantial role. They would hate that. Those guys, those dudes. I overheard them talking about what they wanted to make great again. They would lose their shit if what happens in this next Marvel comic books event leads into a 12-part series written by the same top tier writer who you got writing the event. That would make them lose their minds because they would know that new fans who were reading her, who don't usually read her, may have a new interest in reading Kamala Khan in her own solo series because Marvel Comics, the publishing company, showed the audience exactly how meaningful she is to be featured in such a top tier, high level, high premier event. That would they would hate that. Those guys over there, all they want to do is celebrate how she doesn't sell comic books. So to do that, you want to make them mad? That's what I would do. Fucking idiots. The ugly truth is that hate could be a bigger motivator than love. So maybe that will work. Somebody CC this to CB Sobalski. Let's get that cooking. I'm Chillmonger. This was a video talking about how Marvel Comics has meaningless representation over in the surface level. Look, we gave somebody an opportunity. Sales level, the metric that matters the most and the least, because it's the only metric that we should ever be considering when it comes to the sales. It's not working. This practice has failed. Arrow, new character, right? How great was that? Where is she today? Wave, where is she today? We've lived through this. New character from a place that isn't America or New York City specifically, and we got a creator who's actually from that place. Look what happened. Nothing happens. It never takes off. It rarely takes off. Ms. Marvel took off. What did they do? They renumbered it. That's on them. Sales prove that. Again, back to the sales, the metric that matters. It shows us that. While it was great, while Ms. Marvel was succeeding early on, after issue 19, they go, "Oh, we're going to go back to number one." And fans kind of stopped reading. Doesn't work with Arrow. It didn't work with who else is there? Mosaic comes to mind. We have Amadeus Cho, and that whole era of all new, all different Marvel are all gone, all not in comic books. I'm still waiting for issue 13 of Ironheart. Let's get Riri Williams in a comic. Oh no, we can't do that. It's not working. It's broken. This your diversity as it's going now, it's gone. As soon as Brian Michael Bendis left, sales left too. Miles Morales sales are not doing what he was doing, right? Isn't that because there's some sort of a weight that a creator has? Yes, that's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that means. I rest my case. This is open and shut before I even began talking. Here's the sales estimates on Comicron to prove it. It's over. It's not real diversity, guys. It's performative. You can put it in an article, but for anyone who's in the comic book genre field, if you're in this community and you actually have the internet, you know what comicron.com does and how it posts sales, and you can see, oh look, it's not working. To us, we see it's broken, it's not working. No matter how many times you want to retweet that, look, Marvel Comics is doing Kamala Khan, good for them. They're so not racist. It's not progressive. It's not racist, but it's not progressive. It is not a step forward. It is not advancing a single thing. It's just, look, oh, we're just not racist anymore. We're not excluding characters who look this way in the world because the breakdown of the world is actually like a billion people who look like Kamala Khan, which is about 1/6 of the world, wouldn't that be? 1/6 of the world looks like Kamala, but 1/6 of the heroes don't in Marvel Comics don't look like Kamala Khan. So I should leave it on that note right there. I'm Chillmonger. Bye.